pictures were incredible. Meanwhile, there are some new twists and turns in a stunning murder case against South African sprinter Oscar Pistorius. There's word now that the 26-year-old Olympic athlete will reportedly be tested for steroids after the banned substance was found at the house where he's accused of killing his girlfriend. Here she is. Police now say the 29-year-old model was shot 4 times through, he claims, the bathroom door. Mark Furman is a former LAPD homicide detective. Mark, great to see you this morning. Good morning.
Thank you, Jamie.
Mark, first of all, there had to be security cameras there. And so say there's video that shows exactly what happens. What can you read into that to tell whether or not he thought it was a prowler or he knew his girlfriend was in there?
Well, Jamie, I mean, just on face value, and we're not there, look at this. You have a very affluent neighborhood, a very rich resident that has admittedly security systems. He claims a burglar came in. There's no forced entry, and I suspect that there's no evidence of anybody outside the residence coming in on the security system. Then he claims he startles a burglar, and the burglar hides in the bathroom. I've got some bad news for the suspect in this case. Burglars don't hide in the bathroom. When they're startled, they get out of the house, and then he shoots through the door. It's ludicrous at best.
And also, when you look at the evidence in the case, and we know that she was shot many times, there was also a bloodied cricket stick. So the question is, how badly was she injured? Is it relevant when he called for help or didn't?
Well, it's very relevant. Now, you can call for help, and it's going to be very hard to bracket when the incident occurred and when he called for help. I mean, it could have been immediately, or it could have been 15, 20 minutes later, because she was pronounced dead at the scene. So you look at the bloody cricket bat. She also had a fractured skull. So let's just go back and try to pace ourselves through this incident. 2 or 3 hours before the police arrived, domestic disturbance. Everybody's drinking. That continues because the neighbors report that they hear voices and yelling coming from the residence. Then there's shots. Well, so what happens in the residence? We have an argument that escalates, cricket bats used. She is hit in the head. She has a fractured skull.
Right.
She tries to hide in the bathroom.
And one other
he
fact,
shoots through the door.
Let me just bring up that they found steroids in the house, and he's being tested. It is being reported. If it's roid rage, let's say, plays a role, how does that work for a prosecutor? How does that work for a defense?
It doesn't work for a defense at all. It's not a diminished capacity because he's taken illegal drugs. I mean, if that's the case, they should have done a blood alcohol, because he was probably also drunk because there was heavy drinking going on. It's not a defense. And you remember that they're considering this a premeditated murder. Now, premeditation can form in split seconds. But once he strikes her with the cricket bat and then she leaves, now he forms that opinion of, I'm going to kill her, by getting the gun and shooting through the door. So there's your premeditation, and I think that the defense is going to be hard-pressed to do anything except for keep him out of jail for the rest of his life.
Yeah, that's a big deal if they up it to premeditation. So we're going to keep an eye on it, Mark. It's great to have your wisdom on this with so many investigations under your belt. Thanks, Mark.